Good morning to the leader in you. This is Catherine, your host. We are back at it again on today. And today's topic is building in 2021, the mindset shift. We have to shift our mindset. We have to focus on personal development this year, or our businesses will stay stagnant. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We have to grow internally, and we have to shift our way of thinking about business overall. So when we think about the mindset, when I think about I think that it is a distinct way in which we have to think and operate. So when we're talking about building our businesses in 2021, if you're talking about building anything in 2021, building your family, building a community, we have to check our mindset. We have to have a distinct way in which we think about how to build. And when we think about mindset, it is really an established way in which we operate. It's an established way in which we think. It's a set of attitudes that we have adopted over the years that has been engraved and embedded into our mindset. Sometimes it can often be said that it's fixed traits. Some may say a leader has these traits that are innate. They're just born with it. They're just born to be a leader. They're just born to be a builder. Where some may have to work more at it. And no matter where someone lies, whether it's innate or whether you're working at it, it's all possible. But what's not possible if we don't check our mindset and have an attitude that we have to build. And what does building mean? That means we got to get our hands in the dirt. It's not going to just flow our way. It's not going to just fall out of the sky. It's not going to just manifest itself out of osmosis. We have to be willing to lay the foundation. We have to be willing to build ourselves. We have to be the first leader before we ask anyone else. We have to be the one that's blazing that trail, and then others will follow. Sometimes also when we're building, and definitely in this year of 2021, there's so many things that's going on in the economy. There's so many things going on in our country and globally. We have to develop an unbothered attitude. Now, when I say unbothered, I do not mean we're not sensitive to the needs of others. No, that's not what I mean by that. But what I do mean when I talk about being unbothered is not being distracted from your main goal, your main mission, right? Because a lot of times business owners and leaders get derailed because they are so consumed looking to the left and right and everything that's around them. They're not staying focused on the main thing. When you take your eyes off of the ball and take your eyes off of the core objective, you will derail. So you need to commit to yourself that this year you will be unbothered. You're going to be unbothered, you're going to be focused, and you're going to have a clear direction. You're going to be unbothered, you're going to be focused, and you're going to have a clear direction. I want you to create some affirmations right now, and I want you to say it to yourself as you hear this music. What will you declare for yourself this year? I will declare XYZ. You fill in the blank. What will you declare over your life personally? What will you declare over your life professionally and in your business, in your community, your family? What will you declare this year? Take a moment and think about it. Take a moment and think about it. What are you going to declare? What are you going to shift this year? It's not about what other people are going to shift. It's about what are you going to shift? Because I'm telling you, when you shift your mindset, everything around you will shift. Your mindset is your collection of thoughts and beliefs that shape your thoughts and habits. And your thoughts and habits affect how you think, what you feel, and what you do. Your mindset impacts how you make sense of the world and how you make sense of you. So our mindset is everything. It is directly connected to the results you see at the end of every week in your business. If you see no results, you can only point the finger at yourself. Why don't you see results in your business? Why isn't your business growing? Why isn't it? That's the big question. Why isn't it? And I tell you, it goes back to the mindset. It's something that I say to a lot of the clients that I'm coaching with. Every 7 days, your business should be growing. And if it is not growing every 7 days, the business is dying and ultimately will die. Because if nothing is done in your business over a 7-day period, that means it's a whole 7 days just went by and no activity was done. Like, what's up with that? Why? No, that's not how we can build business. We have to have an attitude, right? and thinking forward. We have to be forward thinkers, right? We have to reflect on our own behavior and what are we doing to set the tone for our company? What are we doing to set the tone and set the pace, right? As an entrepreneur, you have to build what you want to manifest. You have to build it, right? We're a leader. We have to pave the pathway for others to follow. If you build, I truly believe, and this is not a quote I came up with. This is a quote that many people probably have heard. If you build it, they will come. I ask you, what are you building? Take a moment and think about that. What are you building? The past 7 days, what have you done in your business? Not anyone else. What have you personally done to move your business forward? Okay. Are we thinking about it? What are we doing? What have we done in the past 7 days that is attractive for people that will want to follow your company and want to be a part of your company? What are you doing? There's a quote that says, thoughts are behaviors we haven't learned to observe yet. And I read that a couple times because I was really reflecting on what is the meaning behind that. And that quote is by B.F. Skinner. I'm going to say it again. Thoughts are behaviors we haven't learned to observe yet. Sometimes we're just acting out of emotion. That's what I get out of that quote. We are just acting out of emotion and we're not checking our thoughts. Our thoughts are running wild. It's like the getaway train and we don't know where the train is headed. It's just running wild. And we have not taken the time to observe our thinking pattern. We have to check our own mindset before we can check anyone else's mindset. Yes, today's podcast is all about personal development. Good morning to the leader in you. That's what this show is all about, to awaken that which is lying within, that is dormant. This podcast is to provoke and to motivate us to the next level. This podcast is for leaders to step it up. If we're going to manifest the things we want to see, if we're going to do all these great things, well, we got to step it up in personal development because our business isn't going to grow to that level in which we see if we personally aren't even there yet. If we, the leader, isn't there, we can't expect our business to grow to that level. There's no way. It's just no way. An attitude is settled. An attitude is a settled way of thinking or feeling about someone or something, typically one that is reflected in a person's behavior. That's a quote that I found, or definition, if you will, when you're talking about mindset of an entrepreneur. Again, it is an attitude. An attitude is a settled way of thinking or feeling about someone or something, typically one that is reflected in a person's behavior. What is your behavior? The behavior of a consistent entrepreneur, I would 1,000% say that's a business that's going to grow double times this year. The attitude and the behavior of the leader is going to set the tone of the company, not the people. It's never the people, it's the leader that sets the tone. And so we have to be mindful in how we're building this year. Building in 2021 is all about personal development. If we're going to build a strong business in 2021, we have to shift our mindset. The biggest hindrance to growth of our business is not people. It's our fixed mindset that is hindering growth to happen. If we stay stuck in saying this is just how I'm going to do it, but never see any results, that's a big red flag that you need to change the course, and you got to change it within first. Okay, so some people may say, I don't want to change. That's the pattern in which, I've always been operating. This is what I want to do. Hello, but it's not working. So do we continue in that pathway or not? I tell you, the test of a true leader is one that's flexible to say, you know what? I need to grow within. Because if I don't grow within, my business isn't going to grow. That is the sign of a leader. You must possess that which you ask of others. You have to be the person that possesses it. Listen, we're all in growth places in our life. I'm still growing. That's why I'm constantly putting myself in areas in which I can grow personally. I'm reading a book personally right now, The Cash Flow Quadrant. It was suggested of me to read by another entrepreneur. I went out and got it because I need to grow. I have not read that book. Anyone that may not know, I do have a personal development course that launched this year in addition to what I had the previous years, but it's PAP, P-A-P, Pivot, Adjust, and Proceed Forward. We're going to talk about the mindset of the entrepreneur. We're going to be cultivating the leader within. We're also going to be creating a financial portfolio to reflect where the company is going 10 to 20 years out. As we get ready to wind down this quick podcast for this morning, I want you to reflect on today. What are some action steps you need to check off the list today and that you're going to check off the list between now and next Tuesday before the next podcast? I want you to think about that for a moment. What do you need to do today? And what are you going to check off the list by next Tuesday? Think about that. What do you need to do specifically? And how are you going to get it done? No excuses on how to get it done. You get it done. I'm going to see everybody at the top. Check out my website if you haven't been there. It's www.catherinetrotter.com. I would love to work with you. Shoot me an email. Go to my website. You can send me an email from there. Fill out an intake form. And guess what? We're going to go to the next level together, guys. I'm going to grow personally. You're going to grow personally. I'm going to see everybody at the top.